Hi, this is Jenny Naslund, and today we'll be doing a quick introduction to Google Calendar. To get to Google Calendar, you'll want to make sure you're logged into Google, and then you'll go ahead and click on this box here, and we'll click on Google Calendar. Google Calendar was updated about half a year ago, so if you haven't used it in a while, it might look a little different than it has in the past. Once we get into Google Calendar, first you can choose a view that you like the most. Right up here, you can view your calendar by day, week, month, year. You can even make it into a schedule if you want to see it as a schedule. I usually choose the month one, but choose the version that works best for you. One thing that you'll want to know how to do in Google Calendar is to create a new calendar. It's called Google Calendar, but you can have multiple different calendars for different things. So for example, I might have a calendar that I share with the team teacher I teach with. I might have a calendar for all of my math um, lesson plans. I might have one for my language arts lesson plans, etc. So if I want to create a new calendar, I'm going to click on this little plus sign. It's a little confusing because it says add a coworker's calendar there, but that's not actually related. We're just going to click on the plus sign here. I'm going to click on new calendar. Once we get to new calendar, I'm going to give this calendar a name. I can give it a description if I want, check my time zone, and then I'm going to click on create calendar. Once it's created, you'll see that it'll show up on the left-hand side here. And it takes a second just to create it here, so hopefully there it is. It'll come up here. And if I go back, you'll see that that test calendar is still there. These check marks mean that that calendar is currently showing up. So for example, if there was a calendar that I did not want to see, like if I want to get rid of my current calendar, I can get rid of that and I can hide it. So you'll see I have a lot of calendars that I'm showing and also a lot ones that I'm not showing. My Wolfridge one doesn't come up until way later in the year, so I'm not showing that calendar yet. So you can kind of add and take away calendars as needed. Now, I have that test calendar ready to go. And the next thing I want to show you is how to create an event in your calendar. So to create an event, I just find the date that I want to add it on. I click on it. And then I can go ahead and put my event in here. And right now you'll see that it's just showing as an all-day event. If I want to add a specific time, I just click on add time, and that would allow me to actually change and add a specific time that I wanted this event to start. Like a little earlier in the day. Let's see, let's do this at 8 a.m. Till 9 a.m. And then this is the calendar that it's going to show up on. So if I click here, I want to actually add it to my test calendar that I just created. So I'm going to change it to test calendar. And if I go into more options, I have even more options that I can choose from. Again, I can go up here, change the date and time. I can make it all day. I can make an event repeat. So let's say it's a meeting that happens monthly on the third Tuesday. You could click on that and it'll show up then every month, so you don't have to go in and put that meeting in every single month. I can also add a location. I can add notifications, and I do this often. Notifications, I can say, I want it to come 10 minutes beforehand. I can make it an email, so it'll send me an email. The notification just pops up on your computer saying, oh, you have a meeting in 10 minutes. Or you can send an email, a day before or a week before to help remind you that it's coming. In here, you can also change the color of the event. The calendar is one color, but if you want to change the color of the event, you can change the color there. You can add a description. You can also add guests to the specific event. So let's say this is an event where you're inviting multiple people to come. You can click on all the people that you want to add, or you can start typing their email addresses and they'll show up there as well. And then you can give them different rights to that event. Once I've created it, I'll go ahead and hit save, and you'll see there's my event right there showing up. If for some reason I'd want to delete that event, I can click on it, and I would just be able to hit the delete button here, or I could also edit it as well if I wanted to change something on that event. Other things, when we have a calendar that we've created, we can also share that calendar with other people. So if I click on that test calendar again, if I click here, I can change what color it shows up as. I have it as purple, but I also have a bunch of other things that are purple as well. So maybe I'll change it to a dark green so I can change the color of my calendar. Again, I can always hide it from my list by checking it or clicking hide on list. And then settings and sharing. If I go in here, I get more options. And I can change some of the settings. I can make it public. Right now it's only available on West Tonka Public Schools. I can also add people. So if I want this calendar to be shared with multiple people, again, I could type their email address, or if I've used them before, their names will show up here. And then I would be able to add them. And then I can give them rights as well. So right now it's only set to see events, but I can also make it so they can change or add events as well. So that's how you would add people to that calendar as well. So there's all sorts of settings in here you can go in and look at. You can embed your calendar into websites and all sorts of things. So I think that kind of concludes the general introduction to Google Calendar. There are more resources available in the folder if you want to learn more about how you can utilize Google Calendar in your classroom. Thank you.